I'm Leonardo Carvalho. I am from Porto, born and raised, and then I went to Berlin for 6 years, late in life when I was 30, where I spent 6 years, yes, of my life, and where I met permaculture. I went there designing. I was invited by a friend for a startup creation of food delivering, and I was the art director as a designer, and then in Berlin I found out about permaculture. I started working with refugees in the old airport Tempelhof, building raised beds for them to grow food, and that was I needed to go to Berlin to have my first contact with permaculture, which is funny. And after that, I started the journey of courses in permaculture, PDCs, and I ended up again in Portugal and now in Vale Ondula in this beautiful forest. Permaculture for me, in one word, is life. For me, there is no other way of seeing life besides permaculture, because it's this synergy between humans, nature and animals, the good practices and the technology together can really enrich us and giving us food security for the future. So I think it's one of the only ways that we can see the world and envision how to get better and how to improve. I think it's a very good tool and important for personal and community growth. So yeah, permaculture is life in one word. We started with the existent trees, fruit trees in this case, like emergent trees, climax trees. We left some climax like oaks, which are very important for the soil. We pruned others to open the sun, but the trees were the first thing we took care. And then we started working around the trees, creating beds and improving, building guilds to add more different kinds of bushes, herbs, and bioaccumulators for the ground, basically to create soil around, healthy soil around what we have. I started mapping in the computer. I have all the trees, fruit trees, bushes, and now I'm including herbs and wild herbs in a map, in a PDF format that I want to put it in our website to show everyone. There were some bushes already that we also are working with them. Many we are just moving closer to trees that were not so close by, so we just add them closer to be more efficient in the system. And after that, Ishi is now very focused on perennials, also growing perennial food and perennial herbs around the trees also. We also did an event for the community and neighbors to start the real food forest, where we invited everyone and asked for all kinds of plants that they could have in their garden. We got some new fruit trees, and we had like a weekend of planting, and it was, I think, 24 new trees and bushes, altogether maybe around 40 bushes and fruit trees.
Hier heb ik, ik weet niet auf Deutsch wie dat is en auf Englisch ook niet. Melden. Melden.
Every year will be better. I think in 2 years we can start taking the first big fruits out of it, like starting to gather a lot of food. and I would say in 4 years it will be very resilient and self-maintained and self-growing. 4 years, it's a nice stage to be, because everything will be much more balanced, and it will already be giving us a lot. So yes, I'm looking forward for the next 4 years to see what's coming, but I can already imagine. Now we are introducing the worms, so there will be no waste, no even meat or bones, they can be decomposed, so everything that comes to Vale Ondula stays in Vale Ondula and goes back to the soil and creates new life. We want to become like a permaculture hub in the area. We are already working with events, we're doing workshops where we invite the community, and we also work with the community nearby, Valdonedo. We go there regularly to trade plants and knowledge and whatever. For me, it's the gardening itself, the practice of gardening itself. It's already a big spiritual connection. Personally talking, I think it really showed me the meaning of life when I got into permaculture and taking care of the land. So yes, it's for like it's taking care of our garden. Like many people forget that there is a garden inside to take care, and this is the way I relate. Like when I started taking care of others' garden, I really saw like how important it is, this connection, and to take care of our inside body and mind. So taking care of the gardens, we are a garden, a big garden. It's a very meaningful thing to do. Simple, but hard to see it. I think for many people, mostly people outside of the countryside. In cities, it's quite hard to see it. Where I grew up, I really didn't know what was this, so I really needed to work my garden to get here, and now I feel really comfortable, and I really want to show this for the new generations, to show them what I didn't saw when I was as young as they are. It's one of my paths in life now, like creating events, small workshops, showing permaculture, how easy it can be to work with nature, for nature to give us what we need, which is not a lot, and that's also something that we lost. We are used to a lot of inputs, a lot of consumption, a lot of new things, and it can be as simple as a garden, planting a seed, waiting it for it to grow, taking the fruits, decomposing, turning it back to the soil, and the cycle of life. I think it's basically this. The big spiritual thing is garden, the plants. That's how I see communication.
The relationship with the soil and the plants that we lost in this Western society.
For sure. Yes, we lost because I think of the city, the way cities and education has grown into this capitalistic world that we need to work, we need to be machines or sheep. It really made us think that that is the way. So
But there's an alternative.
yes, there is an alternative
In Vale Ondula,
in Vale Ondula.
there's an alternative.
Not only in Vale Ondula, but it's where we are, and it's a big scene for me. I would say Vale Ondula is being a big part of it. I hope so. Our feedback is very good from volunteers, from everyone. It's been very grateful to be here. The last year, I think I grew a lot in many ways.